either get you or me or both of us. Stop doing those stupid. I've got like 600 of those stupid pictures. It's going? Yeah. Well, welcome back to another episode. We're just on the road right now, going to look at a new truck. So, found another truck on Marketplace, and it's an old Hayes 6x6. Not exactly sure on the year, but it sounds like it's got a 8V71 in it, and we're gonna go check it out, see what kind of shape it's in. Hasn't ran since about 2011, and it's, I think, got a crane on the back, but yeah, we'll go see what it looks like and make sure the motor's not seized this time before we make a deal on it. Hopefully it ends up coming to our place soon.
Where did you find it? On Facebook?
So I found it on a Hayes and Pacific Facebook group, and because there's quite a few of those around for all the Canadian truckers, and they are selling a whole group of them. They got about 7 there, I guess. So we'll check them all out while we're there, and they had listed on there that they're getting rid of the whole lot of them. So I messaged them this morning and asked if they had any that were a 6x6, and they do, luckily. So see if we can add that to the collection. And this one is going to be Tiernan, so I'll be kind of a little bit choked if it does run and drive and he ends up getting his 6x6 up and running before I get Goliath, but it is what it is.
Goliath was an 8V7 or 6V7?
No, so Goliath's original motor was a 8V92, I think non-turbo, and then they refitted it with a 3406A cat in it at final stage assembly. Sorry for the shaky camera and all the background noise. This old Dodge ain't the smoothest riding thing. She's a little noisy.
My arm's tired.
Say hi, Tier. Made it to the truck, but it's jammed in here. But we'll do a walk around here, check it out, see what everything looks like.
But it's got no drive shaft.
So I think that's a steering assist ram there, but let's get underneath here and see what it's got for diffs and T-case. So it's got a nice top loader front diff, missing front drive shaft, and not sure what transfer case this is, but we'll do some digging and see if we can find any tags. A little bit of an oil leak on the back. That's fine, all the rear drive shafts are in. Top loader's on the rear too. Definitely not as big as Goliath, but same suspension style and everything. Looks like it's got a nice PTO pump. Look at that stack of leafs. Holy, it's a lot of leaf springs. I think it might have a lift on it too. We'll take a look. What was that, Tier? Oh, here's the 8V71 in it. I'll go pop that other side open. Try and get a better view of this truck here. We'll do a bit of a zoom out. So it's got about a 36, what did you say, figure, 35, 36 foot crane?
It's 37 foot 4 inches.
37 feet 4 inches. I'm not sure what this old big blue thing is, but it looks like it weighs about 16 million pounds. Hydrolift. A little bit of a load chart there. That must all be kilograms. Check that out later, but so these are 1020s on the rear. It's got a 24.5 on the front. So I think this is the conventional Unimount 10 bolts with nut centric, where you got your inner outers on them. Very heavy duty springs. I think they're the same thickness as what Goliath has, just not quite as wide. But they might be the same. Not sure if the front drive shaft is laying here somewhere. Might be the front bumper off it, I'm not too sure.
Custom drive shaft.
We're just...
Easy that large?
Oh yeah, that won't be too bad. Yeah, it looks like there's a spare rad and shroud.
They got these weird fins on
Spare, yeah, those are yours for when you're driving on the highway. They'll close off. Let them heat up a little better. They got a whole bunch of these trucks here. There's another one there. There's what? 3 cabs back there. A little bit newer haze. I like these older styles with the just sheet metal fenders and the butterfly hoods on them. Looks like most of these were old logging trucks. I was just talking to the lady here that's getting rid of these. And it sounds like a bit of the story on that crane truck is they used it to decommission an old mine out in BC somewhere, so might be able to get some cool stories out of it. That is a massive winch. Just massive. Live roll on the back. This one's got a pretty long wheelbase. And it's got pretty heavy frame rails too. It's quite a collection of these old trucks. But we'll check out the one that we're after here. Do a bit more digging on that. Well, it looks like this one has a live roll on the back too, which is probably seized, but not sure where the diff tags would be on any of these. But we can check that out if we end up with this thing. It'd be nice to know what ratios and stuff it is. It looks like it's got a 15 speed with overdrive on it. So that helps, but got little bump stops they made on the suspension. Yeah, I got no idea where these tags will be on Goliath. Oh, there's one right there. I'll grab a rag, and I think I got brake clean in my truck, and we'll spray that, see if we can get some numbers off it and get a little bit of info here anyways. Looks like that might have been the slip yoke off the front part of the front drive shaft. Oh man, depends if you take that blue thing. But this has a deck on it, so you're gonna have to factor that in, and the crane. So it probably weighs, well, that other picker truck we got was 20,000 pounds. I'd maybe go on a limb and say this one's probably, like, if you clean the deck off. If you clean the deck off, get rid of all this stuff, and just had the deck, crane, and truck, I'm going to say between 35,000 38,000. Definitely don't have a trailer to haul it right now, but I would almost do a, if we did take it home, I'd just build a tow bar, cage all the brakes, and just drag it that way. That's what I'd end up doing. But we'll see if we can get this passenger door open and get a little bit of a view inside the cab. So we got this passenger door open, dual exhaust. It's a 871 non-turbo. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but a little bit of green goo growing in here. But these cabs look like they're actually pretty easy to just rebuild with sheet metal. We'll get in here and see what all we got for gauges. So we got the deep reduction for the 15 speed. Still got the 15 speed tag there. And trailer emergency only. Pull to stop. I'm not sure what it has for transfer case for kicking that in and out. This must be maybe PTO. Not too sure. I'm thinking that's... Oh no, that's your... What is that? I don't even know. Because you got signal light up here. And that's got detents in it. I'm not sure what that is. What do we got up here? Oil, fuel. Oh, those are part numbers, I think, for oils and filters. Wiper switch. Yeah, it's definitely a neat old truck. I've never really checked anything with these hays. Oh. You just got to pull out. Oh, hopefully I don't fall. I wonder if that's part of the yoke from the front drive shaft, maybe? Oh yeah, that's something.
Also, is this air start?
No, because this tank here I think is fuel, and I think yours is fuel over on your side too.
No, mine's batteries.
Oh, so there's only one tank? So this will be electric start. Which would be too bad that air start would be sick to have. I love the sound of those. So that's the hydraulic tank and step. Small air tank down there. Unless there's a huge air tank hanging out here somewhere, but I doubt it. So that's coming out of the transmission. What do we got here? Let's try and see if we can track down a VIN on this thing too. Yeah, the motor's a little oily, and the oil doesn't look the cleanest, but we'll maybe pull the stick again and take another peek. I don't know if this whole lift is factory. They put that in there, but this thing's jacked up pretty tall. Anyways, I'll get back to that rear diff and try and clean that tag off and see what we can find. Okay, so I got that tag all cleaned off, and it looks like it's a 754 ratio and then built in 1978 and made by a Mac by the looks of it. Not sure what it says up at the top, but see if we can find the tag off the truck though. So here's a quick shot of the engine. No turbo on it. Air pump at the back. If anybody knows anything about these hays and where the VIN number is on them, that'd be a huge help. Got no idea where that is. Kind of thought it was up there or on this plate here or that one there, but I'm not seeing anything. I'll keep doing some digging. Okay, so we tried turning the motor over with the fan, and it ended up being a little sticky and slipping on the belts. So we got a pipe wrench on the crank there, and we're going to see if we can get this thing to turn over. Oh, yeah, she moved. So try and slide it down that pulley now. Yeah, she's moving, so that's a good sign.
Holy.
A little stiff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at least going, so that's a good sign. So she's not fully locked. Just needed better grunt work. So what we're going to do here is Tiernan's going to try and climb in there. And what we're going to do is open that drain plug a little bit and see if any water comes out of there. And that'll kind of let us know what condition the inside of the motor is. Because we pulled the dipstick and it seems like there's moisture and rust buildup on it. So I'm kind of thinking there's some in the motor, but this will tell us real quick how much is in there. So we'll just crack it and see what comes out. Well, that's how you shove a 6'4" guy underneath a truck.
Oh, this tire is about to explode.
Is it? Where?
On the inside.
Oh yeah, look at that. Don't tap it or else it will. Yeah, we'll bring some spares with us. I think Pugface has the same rims and bolt pattern. So we'll strip old Puggy down and here, I'll get it fitted. And then all you gotta do is, oh, you got her? Push. As soon as it's loose by hand, just like definitely don't take it out all the way. Okay, whoa. So just go slow. I think it's just straight oil there. If there's any, it's not enough to reach that level. And oh, hold on, let me zoom back out. Can you undo that bolt on the bottom?
I could, but I don't know.
Okay. I think you're good. There's such a minimal, like there would be such a minimal amount in there that it's not worth worrying about. Yeah, just make sure that's tight and not gonna drip. So we'll do up a list tonight of all the tools and everything that we'll have to build. We gotta figure out how to get that thing off there. I'm thinking that thing weighs well over 10,000 pounds. That's all those wheels and everything, they're all solid cast. All these side pieces are solid cast. That big weight or whatever the heck that is in the middle is solid cast. Like, that thing is just stupid heavy. But I don't know, maybe we can get this thing running tomorrow. We'll bring a jerry can and maybe plumb the fuel in there, prime it, get it going, and we can maybe pick it off with that. But then you got to worry about the cable snapping, so it's pretty rusty, so I don't know if I'd trust it. But yeah, a bit of a doink on the cab, but these things look like they're pretty easy to fix. They're all just pretty straight panels and curves and stuff, so. But I think Tiernan's thinking of getting it, so find out tomorrow. We're on day 2 now. Tier. So we looked at that Hayes truck yesterday, and Tiernan made a deal on it. So now what we got to do is figure out how to get it home. What our plan is, and definitely excuse the mess, we're just getting everything ready to go up on the mezzanine. So everything exploded and we got to put it all back together. But got these old gin poles here, and we're going to cut those down and use this angle iron and just build a tow bar. And we're going to put a pintle ring on the end and then build some brackets to bolt to the Hayes. Once we get that all done, we'll head out and we'll see if we can get the truck running, drive it out from where it's at, and then get it hooked up to the truck and try and drag it home. It'll be a lot easier than going all the way to Calgary and getting a trailer. So we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. So we're just getting these gin poles set up here for doing this tow bar. So we had this nice piece of plywood here, and we figured 48 inches across, or for a spread, would be about right. So what we did, being as we already had these tabs welded on there, what I did was I made this end flush with the edge of the plywood, and then we marked center of the plywood and straight up, and that way we got a nice 90-degree here, so we know we're even side to side. Then up here what I did was I found where it crossed over on the line and put a mark there. So what I'm going to do is cut both of these to that length, and then we'll set it back up here as a jig, make sure that those meet in the middle. That way everything's fairly square. Tiernan's cutting the pintle ring off his air compressor trailer. So he's going to get that off and ready. I'll get this ready. We got one of these brackets already cut, and they're going to go over on this end. And this is what we're going to bolt to the frame. So the way these are going to go on is we're going to bolt this side here to the truck, and we're going to punch holes through there and just run a big bolt through there. So we're going to have one on each side, and that's what's going to hold that and allow for our up and down pivot. So we got these bars set up, we got them squared at the back, and we got them centered up front. They ended up being a little bit off, but nothing too crazy. It's not a rocket ship, so we're not too worried. What we're going to do is Tiernan is now going to buff all these off, get them clean and ready for welding. And then this is our hitch that we're going to weld on there. And yeah, I know it's rough shape, but we don't have to go far. And it's not like it's hauling a bajillion pounds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slide that over top and go up as far as we can. And then we'll weld those two together. And then somewhere in the midpoint, we're going to put a cross brace just to get any deflection out of it. Put on some safety chains, and this will be ready. And then after that, we'll get some tow lights ready to go. Make sure we got all our straps and everything, and probably hit the road. So we're getting this tacked up. We put a bar across there to hold our angle. Quick tack on it. And then for here, I just built a little triangle wedge to weld in place. And that'll just give a little bit of structure while we're welding everything else. So that pinto ring doesn't quite fit just with the angles and widths here. So what Tiernan's doing over here is what we're going to do is just notch this out to give it room to slide over that pipe a little bit. And it's also going to benefit us to give us more welding surface to give it a really strong hold on there. And we'll get that done. We might have to do a little bit of grinding depending on how everything sits. And then that'll pretty much be done. And we can start going to pick this truck up and see if we can get it fired up. We're on the road now. Got the truck all loaded up. Got tools, air hoses, everything. Added a new guy to the crew. We got my nephew Chase, and Tiernan's driving us there. We'll make our way to out to Sundre where the truck's at and see if we can get that hooked up and towed home. Well, we're about 20 minutes away. What do you guys thinking this truck's gonna end up weighing? So it's built like Goliath, but not quite as heavy. But it also does have a crane on it and a pretty heavy duty deck. So Goliath was around 30. That picker truck I got was just under 20. So I don't know. What do you think, Tier?
30,000, the same.
Same as Goliath? How about you, Chase? You want to take a stab at her?
Probably just under 30.
So I'm gonna say 33. So leave your guys' guesses down in the comments, and at the end of the video we'll put up the numbers and see what it weighs. Kinda see it. That's our first glimpse of the Rocky Mountains. Well, we made it. You excited, Tier? You think we'll be able to get it pulled out, or you think it's going to be too buried?
We'll get her.
We'll get her.
We'll get her.
If not, we'll get these guys to pull us out.
Do you have the kinetic?
Well, it looks like they got a nice clear path for us to back in there and hook up to it, so that's awesome. So we'll just come take a peek, and we'll try and get that tow bar put on there and get the thing aired up. So I think what we want to do first is we'll get the airline hooked up, and then we'll see what tires are holding air and set them out for some sort of pressure. And then after that, because that'll help push it out of the mud a little bit, and then we'll give it a tug and see what happens. So, but we'll try and get that mounted too. So we'll get it kind of held in place. Mark where the holes are. Yeah. And then this will get that put in that air tank. And we'll see if we can air up the whole truck after. Let's see if this will reach to the back. Get to that one. Yeah, we can get right to back here. Don't know about the other side, but get to this one. These should be tubed, so hopefully they'll hold enough. Oh, can you go kick in that or open up that air valve now? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a fitting in the air tank and try and get the truck aired up. So if this doesn't come out, we'll try the other side, but this one's in pretty rough shape. No, I'd need a pipe wrench because the square drive on it's busted. Yeah, we'll go to the other side. Actually, whatever. There's a nice oily fitting on the other side. We'll pull that out and tie the air system in there. And if you want to get that drive shaft pulled off, I got all my sockets and wrenches there. I think what we'll do is we'll leave my end on this crossbar, let the back end. You good? Okay, I got this side. You grab that side. Straighten it. That's kind of gonna go. Drop your end down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, we'll make that work. Okay, if you let's just actually let's set. So we got this just set up here for now, and we just kind of mocked it up. Used the pencil, marked the circle. So I'm just going to get that all pre-drilled. I'm just going to do one side at a time and get this side kind of anchored, and then we'll hold that side, do it, bolt it up solid, and then we'll just drive ahead, get it hooked up on the pintle. Tiernan's get a hand underneath and get the drive shaft disconnected. Then we'll hook up the air, and hopefully we can just drive it out of here. So find out very soon. The bad part is I forgot oil for cutting these, so hopefully I don't go through all my bits. Find out. Actually, I might be able to get that with a great rule of thumb anytime you're doing stuff like this: always put all your bolts in before you tighten any of them, or else you're just going to be fighting yourself.
Just gonna give her a little bit of a tug here. Seems pretty locked up right now. What What do you think?
I don't know if it's just that stuck or if it's the brake stuck. The drive shafts are spinning, so I don't think the brakes are that long. I think it's just that slippery.
The frame rails underneath the bumper.
Oh, okay.
And then what we'll do is that pull pin there, we'll get a chain there, and I got a gooseneck ball hidden up on my deck, and that'll keep it from sliding off the back. And then I'll air the bags back up. That'll get weight on the back tires, and then I theoretically shouldn't have any issue pulling it out of there. And once it's out of the ruts, then we'll hook up the pintle again and see what happens. It's worth a shot. I probably got to pull ahead as you go up with it. So you need you can either use that chain or a ratchet strap, flip it to your push bar, so this is right up out of the way, and then I'll get this back underneath. Here, let's just I think the car is going to go. Oh no, we're not. Well, you brought it out to here.
Got it.
A little bit of magic. Yeah, you just watch that airlines here and then tell me when I'm back far enough.
It's close. You might be able to just grab it. You're almost under it.
Almost under it? Oh, yeah, I'll just give it a little push. Yeah.
Yikes.
Is that too far back there?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that was.
Air off. Oh, that's what happened. It is too far back.
It's too far back. Why?
Because I broke my tail light. You owe me a tail light. I'm not taking the hit for that one.
I was waving my hand. That guy wasn't.
Okay, that should be close to full height. What do you got for chain, steer? Or a couple of them big ratchet straps? And we'll just we'll hook one end on the front here and we'll run two of them up. And then we got lots of good power. Go through here, Tier, and then it's not going to cut anything. Now we might be able to just hook right here. I think. Yeah, do this. Just loop it around there.
Is that going to cut it?
Huh?
That's not going to cut it?
Find out. Okay, watch out, Chase. Let me get down. Yeah, those front tires are almost off the ground. Okay, I'm only going to pull ahead a few feet.
Got him moving.
It's gonna go. So let's reroute this airline here. Just loop it over all the fenders and everything so it's not dragging on the ground. If you can, go over the air filter, yeah. Okay, so you're good there. You here want to kind of hop in there and just steer it a little bit till we get out of here. Because what we got to do is we got to hug those concrete steps. Kick that block out so you don't hook your tire and accidentally blow one.
That big hole on that side is not fun. Okay, we got her over. Oh no. It's gonna be hard. There's a big hole on the other side that your back tires are gonna probably sink in. No, that's nothing compared to the other side. Look at what them tires are gonna go through. Your front tire had to go down that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's soft.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also
And it doesn't.
thing on the other side, so
Yeah.
that weighs a lot. That thing probably weighs as much as Dennis on those,
Is it moving?
if not more.
Yeah, if you look, see how far down that tire's sunk in that dirt?
Yeah.
So that's
Oh yeah.
that's
it
why
suck.
we're running out. That doesn't help. I'm thinking that thing weighs 8,000 to 10,000 pounds. Oh, look at that old beauty.
So what is that?
That's also a haze. So that'll be a little newer maybe because it's got the square headlights. I don't know what motor's in it. Door doesn't shut. Yeah, so anyways, that truck's just sinking out of sight in the dirt. We can't get it. So the guy here helping us, he's got his old haze fired up. So we got the haze pulling out the Freightliner, pulling out the haze. So should be able to get it going now. Hopefully he's got lockers in that too, but we'll find out shortly.
Just broke the door on the wall. Yeah. What's in it?
It's a 400 Kim Cummins.
Ah, I thought so. I said it was Cummins.
So I think he's letting it warm up a bit and letting everything air up. Still sounds like it's running a bit rough when he revs it up, but he's gonna bring it over. That's about where we got stuck. So we made it, I don't know, 20, 30 feet. And yeah, that old haze is buried there. So hopefully he can get enough traction and get us out of here. All right, he's in action. Getting the big guns in there. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Problem is between the trailer and that cement block. So hopefully we don't blow a tire on the cement block, or if I pipe out the side of that trailer. Because the outriggers on this truck stick out a little far. Right there. So they add a little bit of width to that thing, so see how that works. Oh, perfect. My gate's here, just don't hit the trailer. That's our only goal today. Don't hit that trailer. I'll honk if you can stop.
Add an attachment here. Now he's really gonna shake and bake. Shake and bake. Only he's got two tires spinning.
So my plan is if he can back up a little bit, I'll jam that under there as much as I can. Hopefully it can grip and pull out, but all four tires are kind of sitting in a rut, so it's just a bad place to start. Are we getting the Ford on here too? Are we doing a four-way? I think this is a four-way, boys. This will be our first four-vehicle tow out. We tried a three-way the other day, it didn't work. We're doing four, boys. Grab the one with the lettuce.
Have to get the Ford here. Got the Ford. The Hayes. The Freightliner. Pulling out that.
Yeah, I'll drive this one and you can drive my truck. And then if you want to drive this here, you're going to drive my truck. And we're just going to try and let the haze do its thing. And then I'll drive this one and you can drive that one. I'd like to, if everything lines up, we'll go out, but he can only go to the road. And then we're going to disconnect him. This thing should be flat enough that the two can pull, and we'll just kind of do
We're able to get her moving. Okay. Watch, she came tight in a hurry. Yeah, we're pulling her. We are pulling her. We're pulling. She is going. Able to get her out.
Were you still pulling pretty easy, or do we still need that truck?
Well, I was digging all the way there. You weren't even pulling me yet.
Okay.
But I don't know, now that we stopped.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll shorten that up, put it back on, we'll get rid of the Ford, and then you can at least steer this. Chase, you're gonna have to watch that side, make sure that outrigger
do you want to stand?
doesn't hit that trailer.
Do you want to stand on the fender so you can yell at me?
I can stand on you.
I can see it.
Shear moving.
Well, this was another long day, a lot longer than we had expected. But we got it. We still can't get the drive shaft off, so I think we're just gonna drive it home in neutral and hope that it doesn't kill the transmission. But we'll find out later. We still got to get this thing running, so that'll probably be one of the first things that we do when we get home. But this is it. I think this thing, if it had the same size of tires as Goliath, I think it'd be taller. It might be. It's quite a step to get up, but Goliath has 2 bottom steps, not just that single. So I'll show you what we did here. I'm probably going to get yelled at by a lot of you guys in the comments, but what we did was we ran an air line just directly up to the truck, and then that way we can just turn the brakes off instead of caging them. And yeah, we got our tow bar on there, and I'm just hoping that these front wheels are going to follow and we're not going to be dragging it side to side on every corner, but it's pretty straight shot home. It's pretty open road, pretty straight, so it won't be a lot of zigzaggy stuff. But I think we're gonna hit some Tim Hortons or McDonald's before we hit the road, and hopefully we'll be there within a couple hours. Well, you can't see me at all because it's night. We just had a blowout. So, steer tire shredded. So we got a spot up here that we're gonna try and park the truck overnight, and we'll come back tomorrow. We'll get some tires and rims off Pug Face, put those on, and hopefully get it the rest of the way home. Well, it's morning time, and we're back at it. We got Pug Face in the shop. So Tiernan went to pull off the tires last night. We're gonna take these with us and throw them on the front of the new truck. But when you plugged in the air compressor, our power cord arced out. So I gotta fix that next. Tier's gonna get those tires off while I'm doing this. We'll load up some jacks, bottle jacks, and blocks of wood, and hit the road and try and go get that truck back with some tires on it, and try and make it home. We made it. We're back at the truck. That's quite the shape of that wheel. It's got a few flat spots in it. Kind of sucks because the road's pretty busy right now. But we got our floor jack, some extra tires. Tiernan's getting the air hose out. This thing might be a pain in the butt to lift, but we got a bunch of blocks of wood and everything too. So we'll get everything set up here and yeah, try and get this old wheel off, get it blocked up, get the new tires on, and then hook it back up and hit the road hopefully. Tiernan's just cleaning the threads off. I don't know, there was some sort of like lead or aluminum or something kind of stuck on them. So we finally got the jack shoved under there on a good lifting point, and we're just gonna take it real slow and careful that nothing shifts while it's parked here. We're gonna get some anti-seize, or not anti-seize, but some penetrating oil on those studs, and hopefully all that'll pop off nice. And once we get this side done, then we'll switch over to the other side, get it done so it's got 2 new front tires, and hopefully get back on the road. Are those wheels sinking into the asphalt? Not yet. I'd probably prefer that. Oh, it's not going up. You hit the power limit of it. Okay, watch out. So we got the jack under it, but it can only lift it about an inch off the ground. So we're gonna see what we can figure out to get some more height on this thing. We might have to try and rig something up with the truck and airbags, but other than that, we'll rip to town and see if we can borrow a bottle jack or something from somebody.
It's convenient. We blew the tire at the biggest approach.
So we're doing more sketchy stuff. We're just gonna try and get that bumper high enough so that I can sneak that frame rail underneath. And then once I get that underneath there, I'm gonna air up the suspension on my Freightliner and see what happens. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, guide me back.
I don't want it to hit.
Nope,
I
just
don't want it to bump it.
just
If
stop.
it bump it, it's going on. So, yeah. I wanted to make sure it clears.
Be under there about 2 inches.
I'll tell you when to stop.
Everything works good in theory, right?
Did it just bend the bumper?
It bent the frame rail.
Did it?
Yeah, it tweaked the corner down just a hair, but truck's aired up. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and jack it up just enough with help from the truck suspension, because this diff shouldn't have full weight on it now. And we should be able to get it high enough, hopefully, to put that tire on there.
Holy smokes.
We got her. We got her. Okay, I'll go let the jack down, and then what I'll do is I'll air down the truck, see what happens. Is it loose on there? Hey. Ready? We'll double check the air pressure. Hey, you're doing great.
We'll see if it squats even more, that tire. Holy smoke! Holy moly!
Are you serious?
I can't really see it, but from there all the way to there is all on the pavement. It's like my entire forearm is all touching the ground. It's so squatted.
Okay, we're gonna hook up our air gauge and see how much air this has. That is really squatted down. These weren't squatting at all on pug face, so I'm not sure. What are they at here?
56.
56. All right, that's a good sign, because that means we got room for air. So we'll get this pumped up to 100, see how it's sitting, and I don't know, we'll try and get that other one swapped here right away, but I'm not gonna park this thing like that again out in the middle of the road. There's way too much traffic, so we might have to try and just get it on a side road and then do the same thing. But yeah, we'll get this thing full of air first. So this one was a lot easier to get in the air. Jack lifted it up fine. We don't have that big blue metal shear on this side, so without that weight and being on the high side of the hill, it's just super easy. So which made at least part of this job.
This is
I'll get that put on, and then we might just have to stop traffic while we get this pintle hooked up. Hopefully rush hour will stop soon. Well, that was a bit of a job. Got it hooked up though. So round 2. Should be able to make it home no problem now.
it's a nice snowmobile.
So
It's your snowmobile.
on the way home, oh yeah. So we're on the way back, and Tiernan had a genius idea to see if there's any scrap yards kicking around. So we found one on the way by. We only had to detour 4 miles.
You can make it.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna swing in here, and they're gonna get their excavator with a grapple, pull that thing off, and that should make our trip home a lot easier.
$55,600, I think it said.
Yeah. So, yeah, but Goliath had a 14,000 pound trailer. This thing falls, it's gonna like change the rotation of the earth, I'm pretty sure. That's what we were worried about driving it home, was it like falling off. But it's like space line.
I wonder how strong the teeth are on that. If it'll just slide out.
Well, he's got it gripped under the I-beam, so it should hold. Oh, look at that.
Holy.
Can you tell he does it every day?
Yeah.
Just a beauty. Made it.
Go do a weight check.
Can get you a sign?
Didn't have the first weight, but oh well.
We'll put it up on the screen. Well, this sucks. Scales are broke. So we'll have to wait till this truck and do a proper weight later. We'll do some math kind of on an estimate of what the Freightliner weighed and what our combination weighed when we were at the scrapyard there, and kind of figured out. Or did you already do that, Tier?
31 and a half.
Okay, so around roughly 31,500. Again, I'm bang on. I said 32. I think Tier said right around 30. So, yeah. Anyways, we're just about home now. Should be back in about 20 minutes. Finally made it. Back home. Man, that thing's actually pretty huge. We're gonna have to get Goliath out of the shop and get both these things parked side by side and see who's bigger. I'm pretty sure if this thing had the same size of tires as Goliath does, it would be a bit taller. So, but yeah, it needs a name now. So if you guys got any suggestions on what to call it, drop her in the comments. But that's all for this video. So if you guys like these videos, please subscribe and like and share, and leave all your comments down below. I love reading them all and seeing what people have to say. Catch you in the next one.